Why would you do something like this without consulting me first?
Ma'am, aren't you blowing this up out of all proportion?
No, I don't think so. Don't you think you're minimizing a little bit of what you've done, Daddy?
Well, I see no harm in buying my grandson a present.
A present? Oh, well, it looks like his room is an entire set of one of those outer space movies.
Oh, ma'am, just a few pieces of video
Oh, yes.
equipment.
Oh, certainly. A few
Now,
pieces
listen,
of video.
Just calm down. I haven't seen my grandson in over a year, and I'm going to make up for lost time.
But did you have to do it all at once?
Well, he saw the equipment, he liked it, I was touched by it, so I felt he had to have it.
Oh, you were touched. Daddy, really? He also admires the L.A. Dodgers. Why don't you go out and buy them for him?
You know, that's not a bad idea.
Oh, Daddy.
Oh, Mim, now, I'm kidding you, of course.
Only because that isn't your kind of investment. I mean, I thought you had some heavy business losses recently. How can you even afford all that stuff?
Any losses that I've suffered as a result of Canterbury are only temporary and not worth the happiness of my grandson. It's a small price to pay, $3,000.
Hi.
Hi, thank you.
You're welcome.
How about right here?
No, I got a better idea. Come on. So, how's my favorite reporter?
I don't know. Melanie's on assignment in New
Oh,
York.
come on. You know who I mean. How you doing, Doc?
Hi, Gil. Peter?
Hello.
Is he feeling all right?
I don't know. He's been acting kind of strange ever since he read your article in today's paper.
You remember the one that cleared Prescott Development of all wrongdoing in the Canterbury accident?
Vaguely.
Well, would you like to join us here?
I thought you'd never ask. I think that one is spoken for, Peter. Well, I'd like to congratulate you on a job well done.
Am I mistaken, or does it sound like he means it?
Well, he means it. I'm serious, Stacy. This is all you're doing. You know, the words thank you cannot express the gratitude that I have for what you've done.
What's this, a little humility, gratitude? If I was standing, I have to sit down.
How are things going at Prescott Development since everything's out in the open now?
Well, pretty good. It looks like we're going to get the insurance claim, and, well, we're not going to have to declare bankruptcy.
Well, just barely, though. You know, once you're accused of something, people just consider you guilty, even if you've been proven innocent.
Well, we have lost a few accounts, but they'll be back in time. Once people realize that the integrity that was put into the business by my father is carried on by his son, they'll be back, and I'll be back on top again. I just wish there was some way that we could have implicated Nancy Lawson in all this. You know, I know that she was just as involved in this as Vicki Lang.
Did I say I was through with my investigation yet?
So, you know something about Nancy Lawson that you're not telling us?
Maybe.
Well, come on, let us in on it.
Come on, Stacy, let us in on it.
I only have my hunches like you do. What I do with them is my business. End of story.
I've heard that tone before, fellas. You might as well just drop it.
Well, if that's the way Stacy wants it, that's fine with me. I'll go with her track record anytime.
I think I'm gonna be sick.
You got a problem, Davidson?
No problem.
Good. Well, at least we got one of those broads locked away, though, huh?
Hey, don't start that, okay?
Start what?
Oh, Peter here's carrying a torch for Vicki Lang. He thinks she's some sort of damsel in distress.
I am not.
Oh, he left his torch up there at the front of the
Will you
restaurant.
cut it out?
Sure, if you quit feeling so sorry for her all the time.
I think I know where Peter's coming from, Gil. I mean, for a while, you were the target of some pretty heavy criticism. And even though it seemed justified, I, for one, felt sorry for you.
Yeah, but see, Vicki's guilty. I wasn't.
Yes, but compassion doesn't cost you anything.
Yeah, but putting yourself on the line does. No thanks. I learned the wisdom of that from Stacy here. We make a pretty good team, don't we?
I think Stacy's the more conspicuous half. You got a lot of catching up to do.
You're right.
You could always make another one of your buildings fall down and give me another scoop.
No. But I really would like to do something nice for you, though, Stacy. You know, for all the help that you've been. That is, if you'll let me.
$3,000? You spent $3,000 on my son in one afternoon?
Well, more or less.
Oh, more, no doubt, knowing you.
Now, just listen to me for a
No,
second.
for heaven's sakes, Daddy, what do you have up there?
Well, there's a home computer, a VCR, a video disc player, a new television set.
I don't believe
No, wait a
this.
minute, there's more.
Oh, yes, I'm sure there is.
Game cartridges, stereo speakers, cassettes, discs, everything a boy that age could possibly need.
Daddy, that is everything a developing country could need. Now, I suppose you don't even see how that's the least bit extravagant, do you?
No, I don't. I don't see it as being any different than that necklace I bought you, or all those clothes that you've got crammed in the closets upstairs. It isn't. It also isn't any different than the expensive car I have, or both of us traveling back and forth to England first class.
Daddy, it is a lot different because we are adults.
And those are our toys.
Well, I've proved that I can live without them.
Fine, and you're free to make that decision again if you want to, but I don't think you will. And let me tell you, I think if you deny Eric his toys and continue to enjoy yours, you're being hypocritical. He enjoys the luxury of his stuff.
That is not a fair criticism.
Why not?
Well, because being older, we realize what the more important things are in life. Now, how is he ever going to learn that when we're always giving him every single thing he wants?
Well, you certainly managed it.
No, I didn't. Well, I almost didn't anyway. It was almost too late because when I did, it was only because I had come to know what the important things in life were when I became a Christian.
Oh, now let's not get involved in that.
It's true.
Mim, let me tell you something. When I was Eric's age, nobody bought me any toys. I didn't have a bicycle. I made scooters out of thrown-away roller skates and orange crates that I found in the trash. Are you telling me that was dignified? Are you suggesting by any chance that poverty enhanced my life's values?
Daddy, I am not suggesting any kind of extreme thing like that for Eric.
Well, I would remind you also that you were the one that turned your back on the carpenter fortune and marched yourself out into the ghetto to live. Remember that?
Daddy, that was an entirely different situation. What I am suggesting is that I need a chance to teach my son some values. Now, I think at the very least, I want to be consulted when you want to get him a gift.
Why? I'm his grandfather. It's my privilege to indulge him, and I don't think I have to ask your permission to do it.
What do you think you're indulging here? It's yourself. It's not Eric. It is you. And do you know why you're doing it? I do. Because you're afraid you can't win his affection any other way. Just the same way you didn't think you could win my affection any other way when I was growing up.
What about my headache? Well, what about my headache?
You wait right in here.
Well, what about my headache?
Listen, sister, I've just about had enough of you. Will you sit down, please? A headache is just not as important as all the rest of this stuff. You're just gonna have to wait your turn.
Well, stuff it, you old crab. I don't need any of this.
Well, neither do I. Not today, anyway. Okay, Rodriguez. Come right over here. Just sit right down in this chair by number 3. I'll be right back in a minute to check your vitals.
It is not them that hurt, it is my arm.
Lord help me. Sit there. Miss Hannon, you about ready to check out?
Lucille?
Yeah.
Where are the ace bandages?
Number 2 underneath the sink.
Right. Hold on just one second.
Oh, I forgot Miss Simmons.
I'm sorry. I'm sorry. I'm sorry. I didn't know you were in there. What is she doing in there?
Well, she doesn't have any hot water in her apartment, and I told her she could take a sponge bath.
Yeah, well, she's turned it into considerably more than that. Now, we need that space. Would you please tell her to hurry up?
Right away. Be right back. Oliveri twins are waiting for you in number 3.
Oh, that's perfect. That's just exactly what we needed today.
Oh, calm down. It's just me.
Have a seat, Linda. It's going to be just a little while before you get your ace bandage, okay?
Did I just hear a scream?
Yes, you did.
You all right?
Oh, I'm fine. Fine. Tell me, which would you rather do? Wrestle the Oliveri twins or soapy 300-pound naked lady?
Is this a trick question?
I think this is my cue to make a graceful exit. Thanks for lunch, Dad.
Sure, sweetheart.
I'll call you later.
There you are, you little worm.
Excuse me.
No, you're not going anywhere, because I want to talk to you. You're scum, that's what you are. You just try to ruin me, and you don't even care.
Nancy, Stacy left a long time ago. Now here, drink this.
What is it?
Coffee.
Oh, I like cream in mine.
Drink it anyway.
They just print lies about me, just lies.
Do you, do this kind of thing often?
Do what?
Get drunk.
See, that's another lie. I'm not drunk. I'm just as sober as you are. Ugh, this is disgusting.
Thanks. I made it myself.
I don't have a dime now. It's just not fair.
Oh, I see. Now the tears start. Is that it?
Well, I should be able to cry. I was going to be a rich woman, and now look at the only thing I have is a lousy part-time job. I can barely make ends meet.
And what makes you sure that you still have that?
What are you trying to make me feel worse?
Maybe.
Some bedside manner you've got.
Look, if you came here for sympathy, you came to the wrong place.
Well, as a matter of fact, that's why I came here.
Well, I'm sorry. I happen to be one of those physicians who don't believe in letting the patient dictate the treatment.
She's here, Doctor.
Thanks, Lucy. Would you get her on her feet and keep her moving around?
You know, I can spar with the best of you.
And keep pouring the black coffee into her, all right? I'll be just a minute.
I don't understand why she'd do something like this.
Well, with Nancy, the why usually isn't very important.
Hi. Thanks for coming.
Excuse me.
Dave, I'm sorry about this.
You do that a lot, you know.
What?
Apologize for other people's behavior. You shouldn't.
Force of habit, I guess. If you had a sister like Nancy, you'd understand.
Oh, I know. My family used to try to make excuses for me all the time when I went on a binge, until they got tired of it. I just hope that you won't be as foolish as they were. Well, you ready? It's a bad one.
No, but let's do it anyway.
I didn't expect you back.
I shouldn't have walked out like that earlier. I thought maybe you'd like some tea.
Yes, I would. And I'm sorry. I spoke pretty sharply myself.
Well, I didn't mean everything that I said about you trying to win my affections when I was growing up. Daddy, you know I love you and always have loved you. Just that sometimes it was hard to show it.
Mim, when you were a little girl, I always tried to do the best thing. I must confess I didn't always succeed, but I did try.
I know. And I know that you had good intentions in buying that video equipment for Eric. So I guess he can keep it.
He can?
Yes. But wait a minute. I noticed there were a lot of R-rated movies among those cassettes, and definitely I want those to be exchanged for something more suitable.
Oh, well, I simply told the clerk to throw in the best he could, you know.
But for a little boy that age?
Go back first thing tomorrow, and then you pick what you want.
Deal.
You know, Mim, I think you're going to see the wisdom of this. Having that computer gives Eric the jump on practically everyone. And you know that's no ordinary piece of machinery upstairs either.
I'm sure not. I'm sure it's top of the line.
In fact, I'd go so far as to say that for Eric's station in life, it's a necessity.
Oh, come on, Daddy. Let's not go overboard.
No, I mean it. You know, he has a very, very bright future, and I want him to see how valuable a tool a computer is in business.
And I suppose the fact that he's up there right now destroying space aliens has something to do with the advantages of that kind of tool?
Oh, come on now, Mim. He's going to get serious, you know, in time. But don't worry about him. He's a carpenter, and one day he's going to thank me. You'll see.
You say that as though you think he's going to be here forever.
Did I?
Well, Daddy, you know he's not. Paul has custody, and it won't be long that he'll be coming over here to get him.
Yes, I believe Paul did indicate the possibility of Eric spending the summer with us, though.
Only when you really pressured him about that possibility.
Mim, a few more incidents like today's shopping trip might convince Eric that it would be more attractive to stay here in Kingsley with us than go back to his father, don't you think?
No, Daddy, I don't approve of that kind of thing. Not at all. No, I don't want to risk Paul's trust. And I think it's a miracle that he even let Eric come here to visit in the first place.
You mean you don't desire to spend more time with your son? I find that very difficult to believe.
Of course I do. It's just that kind of approach that I'm objecting to.
It would work, though, wouldn't it?
Nancy? Is it this apartment?
What?
Is it this apartment?
Well, I don't know. I can't think.
Oh, this is getting ridiculous. Now, come on, Nancy. Is this where you
Well,
live?
I can't read the
It's
thing.
25.
Oh, yeah.
Would you try the key?
Okay, I'm gonna just try it.
I think
good,
it
thank
is.
goodness.
Good.
You know?
Come on.
Home, sweet home.
Yes.
You'll have to excuse the mess, but you know, it's my roommate's turn to clean this week. But she's in jail, so.
Come on, Nancy, you're gonna go to bed.
Well, I think I ought to run to the bathroom.
I guess I should be grateful that didn't happen in my car.
I guess.
Dave, thank you very much for helping.
I suppose I should say my pleasure.
No.
Terry, I am concerned. I know this is an isolated incident, but, well, I think that Nancy is basically an unhappy person, and since she is, I think this is just the beginning. And because of my battle with alcohol, well, maybe you think I'm seeing things that aren't there, but...
No, Dave, I think that your fears are justified. If only Nancy would stop rationalizing every foolish, selfish action.
Yes, well, that's the first and hardest step. But for right now, we mustn't do anything to reinforce her drunken behavior. She wants our sympathy, which means she wants our approval of what she's doing. Well, don't give it to her. But no lecturing either, though. No, for the time being, we just have to deal with the facts as they are.
Well, that will never be easy, even when Nancy's sober. Look, I think I'm gonna go in and check on her.
Well, I am so glad that all that is finally over.
Yeah, but when I think about what would have happened if that woman hadn't called, and if Russ was still in the room.
Yeah, but she did. And everything's fine.
Well, in a way.
What do you mean?
It's just the way that Russ has been reacting to everything lately. Well, never mind about that. How are you feeling anyway?
Well, other than the fact that this little guy grew about 2 feet between last night and this morning, I'm fine.
I don't think that's possible.
Oh. Yeah, well, tell my insides that.
Lori, what's wrong?
Nothing. I just didn't clear that move with the child. Listen, do you think you could sit in the chair and then I could put my feet up?
Yeah, sure.
That would help.
I wish I had thought of that myself. Let me help you.
Oh, thanks.
Is there anything else you want me to do?
Yeah. I think I'm going to have to let you put the rest of the lunch together.
Lori, are you sure you're up for this?
Hey, there's nothing much to be up to. I'm just going to sit here and watch you do all the work. And there's your first assignment. You can take the casserole out of the microwave.
All right. Tell you what, why don't I just bring the dishes and everything in here, and that way you don't have to move at all.
I think that's a really good idea.
Do you want me to call Ben?
I'm gonna be all right.
Okay.
Hey, and this salad dressing is behind the mayonnaise in the refrigerator.
Right.
Ben?
What is it?
I don't know. It's like cramps, but it's a lot stronger.
Does that hurt?
No?
That?
No, I'm better now.
When did this start happening?
It was just before you came in. I was feeling uncomfortable all morning, but it was really nothing unusual. So what are you doing home?
Never mind. Has there been any more bleeding?
I don't think so.
Ben? Oh, I thought I heard your voice.
Marianne, I'm very glad you're here. I'm going to need your help. We're taking Lori to the hospital.
The hospital, Ben!
I don't want any arguments on this.
What's wrong?
It's just some cramping. It's nothing to worry
A
about.
tear in the uterine wall is something to worry about. Now, can you walk?
Ben.
Lori, can you walk?
I think so.
All right. Marianne?
Yeah.
Easy. Easy. Take her other arm there.
Marianne, you're not going with us. I know you had that meeting with
Lori,
the
I'll
insurance.
call Gil.
Look, just help us to the car and then I'm fine. Ow! Ow!
Easy. Lean against me. Just lean against me and you're going to be fine. Relax.
Ben, I'm scared.
Just lean against me. Come on. Relax.